Alright guys, I'm going to show you how I do my link detox. Now this is through Link Research Tools. So you guys have a subscription to this, I assume, and it includes link detox. So what you'll do is you'll go into this program and you'll run it on the domain. I just keep all the standard settings exactly as they are for the time being. This will pull all these metrics in. And depending on how you sort them and what you're looking for, these are well, I'll show you how they come out, and you can actually sort them by each one of these, which is a nice plus. So let's go to reports, and you can see I've already run a couple different reports here. We went to detox right here. Let's take a look at that. And this is limited on the number of links that it will pull in. So you kind of need to look at sampling that they give you here. You'll need to run this on a monthly basis in the beginning, usually weekly, because each time it'll pick up more links than they did the first. So you can see here, it's very bad. So there's a lot of bad links pointing at it. It breaks them down here by percentages. What we're concerned about are the ones in the red and the yellow eventually, but right now the reds. And we want to see what those links look like. And I've done a lot of work on these here. There's still a lot that needs to be done, and some of these need to be looked at an individual level. I think the best thing for you to do is to look at these different, they call them rules. And this will explain what each one of these are. Sometimes they just have a lack of links coming in. It's a new domain. It's associated with a link directory, a lot of different things that they, a lot of different rules they have here. For instance, possible link network, for instance. This is SUSP3. So this is something that you're going to want to look at. So if you come back here, and let's see, so we'll sort these by rules first. And then looking for SUSP suspected. I assume that's what it's meant to be for. Find one. It doesn't look like we're gonna. We can already have to do that. Let's see what this USP1. Links. Link for a page without external links on a weak domain. So we'll go back to these here. We're going to look at our high, start with these first because they're going to range from high to low. Open this up and see, so this has multiple problems. It's coming from a probably new or weak domain. And you can read through this. These are pretty much cookie cutter, it seems. But it's just giving off a lot of signals that it's a potential link farm, basically. So usually what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll look at the site, open it up, just click right there, and it can't be reached. So that's typical. I might strip it down here and see if this is the problem with that page. No, it's a problem with the domain. So I'm going to go back over here and the domain. Now, if you see this switch here, so these are both on the same domains. If you have one that's bad, and you switch it, and there's other domains. As long as you select domain, which I always do, it'll automatically change those. If you just go down through these here, I usually work on all the highs first, but I happen to see one here that says dildos, so it's probably not going to be one that we want. Adult sex toys, plus it's being setting off several signals. Well, my adult sex toys isn't really the greatest URL, but lots of problems there. So I could go and I could look at the different reasons, but based on the fact it's above average, there's that many, we're going to go ahead and delete that domain. Now it's important that you don't do too many without looking at them close, especially when you get out of a high range. So if we go, actually let's go back here, yeah. So this is where you're getting all of the highs, and it'll give you the option to classify, to sort. I like to sort from the URL first because you'll find a lot of them that you can knock out pretty quick. There's a lot of issues there. Neighborhood domains looks like aren't too good. Looks like there's a lot of them, in fact. So you're going to want to spend the time to maybe go in there and look at these different sites and see what they consist of, why they can be considered bad. This doesn't always work cut and dry, so this is where the hard work comes in. But once you get ahead of it, it's basically just maintenance. You can keep ahead of it fairly easily. But all of these links, especially the red, but then if you go down to this is around 500, 700 links. You've got 700 links that need to be gone through. I've done a few here. You'll see that I've changed them. The other thing that's possible, or not possible, but it's another option that you can use. So you can sort by all these, as I mentioned earlier. So if you're going to look at the trust rating, start with those. Go to the weakest. And then start sorting there. Like this here is pretty weak altogether. Plus it's considered red. And it has a lot of different issues. Once you get to know these well enough, you'll know just to go in there and not even spend the time to do the research on it. Now when you get up here and your power is higher, your trust is higher, you're not going to want to make that split decision that quickly. You're going to want to look at it closely. Like this one here, for instance, says it's high. Talks 3. Let's take a look at it. So it doesn't look too bad. In fact, it's all readable content. Good amount. Lots of interaction. So that actually looks like it's decent. So let's see what else they've said about this page. If you click on the arrow here, this is what you're going to get. These will give the options you can look at here. We can look at the sample backlink report. No data. So we need to make a decision on this. Talks 3. Again, this is that cookie cutter I mentioned earlier. So with this here, I'm probably not going to change this. It doesn't look that bad. fact, it's the algorithm that's triggering this, and this is why these need to be gone through one by one. Is you don't really know what's triggering it. It just says it's their algorithm, but I don't see anything bad here. It also has decent power trust domain and uh, power and trust on the actual name itself, which is probably metafilter. So it's not that risky. So I'm gonna okay this one here. And then next one, same risk. So let's take a look at it. Nothing. So it looks like it's a forum. Let me look at that. This is a blog. Kind of a weak post on a weak site. I don't know. I'd probably keep this one, I think, because it's not really bad. I don't see a ton of link spamming, although this is probably one that's generated by Straightbox, where it will create an automatic profile for you and post. It'll do that on thousands of blogs that are open to unregistered posts, so you don't have to register. Some of them, they'll register for you, sign you up, and then do the posts. So those are tools out there. But a lot of time you get a lot of spam. There are a lot of spammy comments. This doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it's basically the same guys posting. So for the time being, we'll keep this. And then on to the next one. Interracial couple. Okay, we've got 2 warnings here. That's 3 out of 10. So let's take a look at this. It's got 2 issues with it. That's not too good because it's taking too long to load, for one. It's just, oh, actually, let's go to the link research tools. Take a look at it again. Yeah, let's skip that one for now. This is definitely spammy. Definitely want to get this one out of here. That's the blue. Go here. Green. Alright. Okay, past that glitch. Just have to be going through here, and it's sorted a little bit differently. And I looked over here and looked what we have. Adulting, Go-Go Team, which I already deleted yesterday. Fuck. Free sex, free bitches. This is all automatically getting to take these out. And again, it'll go through and get all the domains, all the sites, get that out. Free sex 101. So these were, looks like these were probably negative SEO. Yeah, so let's finish these off. Biker guys, yeah, I think that's going to be kind of site linking to us. At least we don't want to say that. Alright, so that's basically the way that you do it. You really need to get into this a little thicker and learn what all these up here mean. But basically, when this is finished, you can create a automatic upload to Google via Google Console, and you'll be able to automatically submit it, or it will submit it for you. So that's what you need to do on these. I think there's 7,000 or 8,000 that need to be gone through. Well, actually, this is taking a sampling, so really you get about 700, 800. But every time that you run this, the links that were disavowed will not show up. So this will look at new links in addition to the ones that it found this first time around, which is looks like about 2,000. Again, I think that's about 15%. So anyhow, any questions, give me a ring, and that's it. See you guys.